take maybe the Annie or the Teemo out on that back line.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is game 1 of the finals, which is a best-of-3 series. This is the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 40. This is going to be PECS Evelynn Child Support versus Feel the Vibe. Really awesome to see Feel the Vibe with a finals appearance. They haven't gotten one in quite a while, so I'm so excited, man. On the top half, we're going to have PECS Evelynn Child Support's team. It's going to be inFe playing as Teemo, CaptnBuwberry playing as Annie, Panzerzs playing as Jarvan, Painkillar playing as Leona, and konfetarius playing as Syndra. I'm one half of your casters. I am Gandair, and casting with me is
Skill Factory. Glad to be here again. This is my second Dominate Dominion. I still have a lot to learn about the game of Dominion, but everything League of Legends is what I'm about. Rounding out our purple team, which is also going to be the red team, we have HaIfhearted on Elise. Talith PA is going to be playing Ezreal. Netorare Man is going to be on Pantheon. Armor on Maokai. And Dienovv is going to be controlling the Zed, who looks like he's already poised to go down bottom versus that Syndra. I saw Syndra the last time I casted Dominion, and she did very well down bottom. One of my favorite AP casters currently. And she has a very high skill cap. She's kind of like the Orianna when Orianna first came out, and still now, whereas you have to control your spheres. You have to be mindful of them. You have to make sure that your line of target's perfect for that stun, and that you're comboing your abilities to really maximize her damage.
Figured I'd zoom in and show you guys all the little gravestone saplings, if anyone's seen those. We don't get a lot of pictures of some of these little things because they're so small. There's a lot of subtle little cool things in this game in the art. I was talking about the art earlier. Ezreal with the number 10 and his name on the jacket and everything like that. So once
and
in a
their
while,
eyes are on fire. Those little saplings are not sapling anymore. They are like resurrected demons who brought their tombstone with them, and they're coming to do a little bit of extra damage, controlled by that Undertaker that they have there. And I like how pretty much all of his skins, he has a lantern or something hanging off of him.
It's kind of neat. Sometimes I confuse him for Yorick when he's in this skin, though, which just means I need to play more games. So that doesn't happen. Both teams heading off to the top of the map. Only 2 little spiderlings following the big spider right there. So, what are the other 2 I don't know. It's just left behind, I guess.
The spiderlings actually stack up as you start leveling your ultimate.
Gotcha.
As you level that level 6, you can have 2 at first, and then you can have 3, and then you can have the 4th spider. And you actually have to cast in caster form to get spiders in spider form.
Gotcha.
So you can't just sit in spider form and have more and more spiders. An initiation coming in from Painkillar and Talith PA taking big amount of damage there, but the counter initiation from Netorare Man onto inFeed with armor there. HaIfhearted going up, coming back down, Pantheon going down, Teemo going down, Painkillar low as well, armor actually taking about damage. Panzer's doing damage, but Ezreal, though, during the back line this whole time, still doing damage. Painkillar not dying there, and taking out the Maokai. Oh, a good long-range knock-up on Talith PA. He is going to cleanse that and run right into Painkillar for a death. Now, coming back with the revives, Netorare Man trying to slow it down, but taking so much damage. A stun coming out from Annie, who's almost out of mana now. HaIfhearted not landing a stun, going back up, coming down on CaptnBuwberry, going to get that kill onto the Annie. As inFeed, no, she looks like she turned around and fell back. So now turning on inFeed, Maokai still trying to do damage, Ezreal poking them away, and they're not dying to use their resurrection, their revive, to come back and fight this. Looks like Netorare Man's going to take the turret, Painkillar's going to go down to all 3 of them chasing, and everybody's going to go back. They're going to save their revives and fight another day.
Down the bottom lane, minions being pushed, and Dienovv has a little triangle that circles around him like a skirt. Syndra gonna go ahead and recall there. Then just see if it's gonna go for a counter build item or a pen item or a sustain item. That's the Fiendish Codex. That's a little bit of a sustaining item. Wants to keep that mana up. Wants to be able to stay competitive down there in the lane and keep putting out the damage. And they're going for Panzerzs, making sure that he does not get that Storm Shield. That was actually a lot of damage. HaIfhearted follows up with that with a lot more on top of that. So he's gonna back off a little bit. I don't know if he's gonna recall or not. Big shout out to the people who add the highlight for recalling on the mini-map. That's almost so cool it's cheating. Shows you exactly what's going on. Painkillar starting the fight right there. CaptnBuwberry taking a lot of damage, but Leona stalling it out a little bit with that solar flare. Buying a little bit of extra time. And now Panzerzs come down in for HaIfhearted, but HaIfhearted sees Panzerzs, sees them immediately with some DPS. Roots inFeed to try and get away. Painkillar's still behind. We're going to see that Zenith Blade come out. Nope, gonna go for the shield instead. Zenith Blade had to wait just a little bit longer before it was off cooldown. And Talith, that Disintegrate didn't proc the stun. There's the Zenith Blade I was talking about. Talith PA retreats onto that with the Arcane Shift. Now it's up to him and Armor up at the top of the map.
Annie right now with that skin has actually a dark circle around her instead of a white one. When she does have her stun up, she's going to grab Talith PA right here. Maokai going to try to save Talith PA in a lot of trouble. Not able to get out of there. Auto attack picking that up. Jarvan here, but Pantheon coming down as well. Infeed, CaptnBuwberry got to get away from this circle. Drops the Shroom. Does not activate. Infeed just trying to get away. Netorare Man just trying to help out the Maokai and stall this a little bit longer. Infeed and CaptnBuwberry both down to 1 bar. Armor less than a bar hanging out in that bush. Just tossing out the saplings. And it looks like Leona and Elise are going to tee off down here, but this is not a good fight for Leona, as Elise is doing much more damage right now.
Yeah, maybe later on when Leona's got a little bit more items, got a little bit more levels in Eclipse, because, no, actually she's pretty fine on Eclipse. She just needs a little bit of gear to make that go even further. And there's the stun right there. Damage from the Spider Bomb going out. Infeed looking around. He's got an idea of what's up over here. Seen that shield getting thrown, little mushrooms coming out. I wonder who's going to be the designated light bringer to be the Minesweeper for those. We'll find out as the game goes on. HaIfhearted, don't stand in that. It's not good for you.
Ooh, and big damage coming out down bottom. A good stun by CaptnBuwberry. Conference picking up that kill with the Syndra ultimate. And J4 coming down to zone off Maokai. A great choice while they cap this Boneyard. Dienovv coming back up with his revive. And he's going to die again. Big damage just being laid out by Syndra. Knocking it back, still zoning the Maokai. And almost able, the Maokai's actually come back in, does have HaIfhearted there to help. A good stun coming out, Syndra going down, getting a little too aggressive with the zoning. Meanwhile, Teemo trying to take this quest in 1v1ing Talith PA on the Ezreal. A good blind coming out, but Talith has the minions. He has the minions to slow them down, even though that Annie is coming back up with the Tivers. He is in a lot of trouble here. I don't think he's going to make it out of this one alive.
He's going to try to. He does get stunned against the wall, though, so I guess maybe not, after all. And he almost gets flung into the flower bed right there. But Talith PA had the excellent presence of mind to, while he was down here dealing with Teemo, firing a shot off up here to interrupt Leona at the top of the map using that True Shot Barrage. And that's one of the things that makes Ezreal a little bit annoying, is because he can be in the middle of a fight and then just fire that shot off across the map. He's a champion that's very good at that. Lux is another champion that's really good at doing moves like that. Draven as well, the ones that have those full map skill shots. Panzerzs, nope, not going to get stunned that time. Able to dodge it. Volatile Spiderling, I choose you. Bang.
Not maxing that ability first. Pretty much all Elise's max their Neurotoxin, which is, I don't remember the name of the ability of Spider Form, but it's actually 10% health right now. It's 185 plus 10% of their health in one ability, and it makes a very big burst if she does land that stun on you. So she'll always follow up with her Q and then throw her Spider in there for a little bit of extra AoE damage. Ooh, the stun. Great stun coming down on Painkillar. And a lot of trouble here. Pops and Garrison, they're going to re-engage because they have help coming from Panzerzs. Netorare Man going down. HaIfhearted coming down from the Repel in a lot of trouble. Talith PA not able to finish the kill on a Painkillar. And now it's a 3v2 as Maokai and Talith PA are going to retreat a little bit here. A good job holding that recap, bringing the points just about even now. And Annie with the stun up is not going to be contested by Maokai or Talith PA as they push these minions in.
Dienovv down here. Syndra still pushing up, wants to get a lot of harass in on him, and has been doing a pretty good job so far all game. But not a lot of action down there yet, aside from that earlier fight. Up at the top, CaptnBuwberry trying to clear up some of these minions here. No, there goes the Twisted Advance and the airborne combo right there. Maelstrom out as well to help mitigate the damage from inFeed, but Panzerzs shows up from the bottom there and unloads on Talith. Maokai goes down, unfortunately, to Teemo. Teemo getting a double kill. If there's someone that you don't want to get kills, it's definitely Teemo. In the bottom lane, though, HaIfhearted is taken out by Painkillar and konfetarius. Now Dienovv getting ganged up on there. Is Painkillar going to be able to take this one home? Where's that Zenith Blade cooldown? Right there. Getting him, taking him down, doing his stuff. Zenith Blade to the back as Pantheon drops in. Conference trying to take that Boneyard, but Pantheon with the ultimate drops down with a Skyfall and just annihilates her right when she started to channel that one. He's actually laughing now as Painkillar not wanting to go in and fight a Pantheon. A big fight looks like it might come out with CaptnBuwberry initiating onto HaIfhearted. Maokai coming in on CaptnBuwberry.
trying to lay down as much damage as possible. And the exhaust coming out on Panzerzs, Talith laying the ultimate across, and getting the first kill. Talith in a lot of trouble getting CC'd. That poison's going to be enough to finish him off. Teemo getting another kill here. Painkillar in a little bit of trouble. Can't get away from the Maokai. Trying to put a little bit of damage, getting exhausted. Meanwhile, Jarvan going down to the Pantheon and Zed, who's still at half health and recalling right now, possibly to get healthy and defend bottom as Leona dies to Pantheon. Pantheon going to try to get this last kill, stunning each other. Oh, a good blind from inFeed, saving CaptnBuwberry's life, as he's going to just stay up top and push these minions up to try to get that windmill back.
There is not a bad ability in Teemo's kit. He has a blind, he has traps, he has movement speed, he has damage over time for the Blackfire Torch. Not a single ability that goes to waste at any point. Up at the top, though, they have a little bit bigger map presence. You see it coming into play right now. We got Talith PA with the Lightbringer right there. It's got that passive trap detection now. It's going to help out a lot in this game in mitigating what Teemo can do. Now, Panzerzs taking a lot of damage right there. They're trying to get him down as fast as possible, but the Cataclysm goes out and helps them get the kill up at the top lane. And now Painkillar is up there with the rest of his team, and inFeed and CaptnBuwberry are just chipping away with that magic damage.
Yeah, it looks like they're just trying to save themselves, trying to delay it as long as they can. Armor now in a 3v1, definitely going to go down. Meanwhile, down bottom, Dienovv tees off with the Syndra and actually comes out ahead on Zed. Finally, the death inevitably coming from Maokai, and they're going to recap the windmill. Pays Evelynn Child Support doing a great job here, and maintaining their lead while the revives are down, but they're almost back up. You'll have almost every revive up except for Zed's on Field of Vibe, and that's going to be able to turn one of these fights around for them.
Now up at the top, you have 2 low health people on a Panzerzs, but those 2 low health people are AP. He can hang out in the back of the fight as long as Panzerzs is able to keep control of things, but unfortunately he doesn't have his Cataclysm available right now because it was used in the earlier fight, so he can't exactly box people in and just let them unload. And now Talith PA and Armor up here at the top in a pretty lopsided fight. Sapling goes out over the wall, and so does Netorare, man, picking up a couple quick kills right there. Now Panzerzs getting held away from Teemo, so they can't get down there on the point to try and tank for him, and they're just going to fall back off, it looks like. They know that they can't defend that, but they need to make sure they stay alive so that way they can't sweep down and try and make a play anywhere else.
Excellent job by Netorare Man actually exposing the bush right before, sorry, it was Netorare Man who did it. It was the Lightbringer off Ezreal, exposing that bush, and Pantheon just jumped in and got both of those kills so he didn't have to walk in blind. Oh, Grand Skyfall coming out behind Confrist. Confrist trying to take out Dienovv. There it is, the ultimate. Dienovv going down, but Netorare Man there to clean it up after that Grand Skyfall and keeping the Boneyard in Red's favor. It is the quest right now, but nobody's going to get that 10% damage buff right now. They actually haven't pushed towards the bottom left cap at all. It's pretty much all been fought on Red side and defending it. Ooh, the ultimate's coming down. Painkillar dropping down a Solar Flare. Annie's Tiber's coming down. Painkillar taking a lot of damage. Netorare Man going to be the first one to down this skirmish. Maokai dying to Jarvan up top. The Cataclysm coming out to solidify that kill. And now it's Ezreal versus Annie. Annie having a little bit of the drop on Ezreal, trying to get ahead of him, but Pantheon coming in with the stun and saving Talith PA's life.
Talith PA going to be able to get away. Pantheon is such friendly, helping him out right there. Now Panzerzs is taking the hurt from HaIfhearted as the rest of the team comes up there. Now Panzerzs has to take that damage in order to close the gap to get to the top and defend it. But he does die, unfortunately, because of all that crowd control right there. Stun, and tree rooting thing. Oh, inFeed the damage there. The Garrison is thrown down immediately to interrupt the cap, but inFeed just got hurt really bad at the initial part of that fight. HaIfhearted dives in to take the kill off on him while Armor stays back to keep Painkillar away, but now HaIfhearted gets that stun from Annie, and HaIfhearted's looking a little bit low on hit points. Could be one good combo from CaptnBuwberry to get rid of him, but even so, they wouldn't be able to take the tower back.
Yeah, the revives coming out makes a big difference in these 2 skirmishes up top. Painkillar finally going down. Pantheon picking up that kill. Elise is going to go back and get healthy. HaIfhearted doing a great job landing the stuns and really chunking that Teemo. As soon as Teemo came over, trying to defend with Teemo's Garrison, it was like half of his health instantly just trying to walk up there.
And they're coming down for the bottom right now. It's flowchart mode activate as HaIfhearted takes a lot of damage and disappears. Comes back down for inFeed, but Pantheon's going to show up. Let's see if he can help them keep this tower from being captured. CaptnBuwberry takes an exhaust and a twisted 3-line advance. There we go. That's the ability. And J4 is going to dash away there to help get away. But I don't know, Armor, is he going to go for a little bit more damage? No, he's not going to go for the twisted advance there. He's going to throw down the sapling. But with all that tension down there in the bottom lane, this is what you got to watch out for in Dominion. When you see that a team's really committed to one point, split someone off, send them somewhere else, and get a different point. They'll get the neutral off on this for sure. I don't know if she can get the full cap on it. No, definitely not going to, especially not with Elise there. But Leona, I don't know if Leona can take an Elise like that.
He does have Panzerzs to help. Leona not falling. Elise not falling for it. Jarvan coming in to put some damage, knocking up Elise. Elise can come back down and try to get out of there alive, but the Cataclysm just dunking the last part of her health. Solar Flare coming down, landing on Talith PA and Netorare Man. Nobody has this turret. It is neutralized. Annie trying to blow up Talith PA with the Tibbers, and the ult coming out, but the end of its life. inFe still alive. Armor and Netorare Man in a lot of trouble right now as CaptnBuwberry able to pick up kills, but Teemo dying to the very last sphere of Pantheon. I mean, he may be only wearing a pair of underwear and a helmet, but he does the damage that he needs right now. Armor just trying to stay alive, and not enough versus CaptnBuwberry. Actually hurting himself and healing himself every auto attack that he was laying onto that Annie with a shield up.
Yeah, Pantheon wears very unrestricted clothing so we can get more force and agility out of each attack. Very wise guy there, taking every advantage that he can in this game. Dienovv down there, HaIfhearted goes for a gank, but the gank was not terribly successful. But HaIfhearted is going to discover a Teemo, and Teemo is going to run away very quickly to throw that down. Talith can see exactly what's going on because of that light breaker right there. konfetarius runs away straight into him. Zed picks up the killing blow.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to come down and try to cap this quest point here. There's a little bit of a skirmish going off. Painkillar actually running into Netorare Man into the bush and re-engaging, but CaptnBuwberry is not having it. A little bit of miscommunication there. Dienovv taking out Teemo with Talith PA down bottom as well, and stopping for a second, not starting the cap. And it looks like Jarvan just trying to stop the 3-for-1, missing the stun there from HaIfhearted. They're all kind of low, but they really want to get this cap. They don't have the minions to help them out. Oh, HaIfhearted with barely any HP, and he is using his ultimate to just dunk people. Talith PA looking to try to get that last kill, but HaIfhearted with, konfetarius just dropping Ezreal. Lots of damage coming out there as Painkillar clears out the minions and recaps this for blue team.
And Netorare Man's going to be alive for a little bit here, but I don't know. Teemo's going to be there in a second, and that's not a very good thing. Teemo will destroy you. That is the quest objective down there in that bottom lane, and they wanted to get a hold of that, but even after putting all that effort into it, they still weren't able to take it. And Netorare Man is all good to go here, but he's really on the wrong end of the map. The rest of the enemy team is heading upward, so if they want to hammer that bottom tower again, I think they might be able to get it this time, but if they do, it's going to be in exchange for the windmill, unless they start shifting their focus that way. You see Leona and Annie up here, and Annie's one of their big crowd control. They're going for that other dive down here, trying to take down konfetarius, but konfetarius does a lot of damage. That Blackfire Torch, Netorare Man, he's going to be okay. He's going to go ahead and pop that recall immediately. No sense in wasting any time at all. In the middle of the map, though, Elise got caught by Jarvan and Leona, although they are going to secure the quest objective, so they did trade that windmill in exchange for that bottom point.
Yeah, and that's definitely worthwhile. If they get the quest objective, it's going to be the advantage in the next couple team fights. Hopefully give them the edge they need to come back in there. So they're down by about 80 points right now, and with that extra damage, they should be able to turn it around a little bit. Netorare Man doing a good job trying to defend right here. Another dunk coming out from Jarvan as Painkillar and Panzerzs take him out. Armor trying to defend there, but dying with help from the Ezreal ult. And now Jarvan just having to retreat as Talith PA and HaIfhearted come up to defend the drill. Jarvan should be able to get out of here, no problem. So Talith PA and HaIfhearted are just going to switch right over the windmill and try to get this neutral before they have to 2v2 the Jarvan and Leona. Jarvan, though, does have the Storm Shield on right now. Ooh.
Wow. Got ball shoved out of the Aegis. That's a very interesting thing to see. Syndra down there in control of that engagement.
Yeah, Syndra is a very, like I said, a high skill tap champion. If she can land the right abilities, she's going to get it. Talith PA getting very low up top. Great arcane shift over the wall. HaIfhearted now getting CC'd by Painkillar. CaptnBuwberry still laying down damage. Panzerzs waiting for her to drop back down. Now coming in with the knock-up, putting the shield back up, and doing a great job. Talith PA just not landing enough damage onto Leona to make the difference in this engagement up top here.
And And Armor goes in a little bit further to try and connect with someone, but inFe comes down there to intercept Ezreal. Now Netorare Man is by himself, and yeah, he can get some kills up here. But, inFe taken down.
Yeah, great Ezreal sniping off that little Teemo, trying to recall right in the middle of lane. Painkillar and CaptnBuwberry are going to retreat here. They have a low health Ezreal, full health Ezreal, excuse me, chasing them. Jarvan coming right in on the Ezreal. Oh man, half of his health right there, popping the Ghost Blade for a little bit extra damage. But just the way Jarvan came over is the same way that Talith escaped, right over that wall.
Schrodinger's Ezreal, you never know which way he's going to go, but you know it's probably going to be away from you. Additionally, you never know which direction he's going to come from. He could be closer to you, he could be further away. You're never quite sure, but you know exactly what he will do to you if you let him go unchecked. Both teams kind of looking around in the middle of the map right now. PECS up in this game. Circling around the bottom, they find HaIfhearted. Are they going to do something about that? He's going to repel up and come back down, trying to get away, while the rest of his teammates kind of deal a little bit of damage on the run. And trying to catch up to him right there. HaIfhearted does eventually go down, but so does inFe, since two of the big AP people out of the game. But CaptnBuwberry from behind right there, following up on that Solar Flare with a lot of damage on Talith. He lives for a little bit extra amount of time right there with that Lightbringer. But in the end, it was not enough to sustain him through the whole fight. Now they can't, PECS can't really make a play out of this. They're going to have to kind of recall and regroup. But at the same time, they did stop Feel the Vibe from being able to get anywhere.
Yeah, Andy doing a great job here. Her abilities have been spot on, and she's really been helping carry her team with Jarvan and picking up a lot of damage. If you look at Jarvan's build, it's not very bruisery. It's actually Ghost Blade, Black Cleaver, and it looks like he's going to build into a Randuin's. They're teeing off once again down bottom. Carpenter's versus Dienovv, and they kill each other in spectacular fashion. And nobody's going to come out ahead in that one. HaIfhearted once again being caught out a little too close into the jungle. He does have a little support coming down, but he's going to juke them the other way. Solar Flare only able to stun, slow, not stun, and HaIfhearted kind of getting away from that engagement that they pretty much caught the spider out in the bush there.
Map here, Painkillar finds Talith, and Talith is who they want to connect with. inFe, though, going to be the first one to go down, it looks like, for PECS. And losing inFeed is bad, but they still have CaptnBuwberry to back it up, and that damage from Blueberries has been good all game long.
Yeah, running the, going right for the Void Staff after getting that Rylaze and Blackfire Torch ensures that she's doing damage, and a lot of damage on top of that, now that Elise is trying to build MR as well. They're trying to take down Netorare Man, defending this turret. He might not be able to get out of there. Elise is going to come help on HaIfhearted. Panzerzs taking a good amount of damage. Elise probably going to be able to secure this kill unless he can get away on that standard. Meanwhile, Dienovv still fighting down bottom, and Dienovv going to be trading the Syndra for the Zed down bottom here, and Teemo going to defend this point versus the Maokai.
And Maokai is going to zone a little bit with that sapling there, and he can kind of hang back and do a little bit more of that too. His range is quite long. One of the longer ones of champions in this game. There's an Ezreal coming down this way as well, but Leona is there and Syndra is as well. HaIfhearted up the top trying to cap by himself, but that's not going to work out too well, unfortunately. He's trying to take them back to Netorare Man, but I don't know if he'll be able to escape or not. But bigger plays in the bottom lane. Armor and inFe having a discussion, and konfetarius winning an argument against Ezreal there. inFe low on health, but there's no dot damage or anything to stop him from capturing that tower. konfetarius trying to zone Dienovv away. Dienovv knows he's just got to close in and get the hit on him to stop, but no, he can't get there close enough. And Syndra's going to be able to take him down.
Yeah, Syndra has good burst, and he looked like he wanted to swap.
Twisted advance.
Yeah, right through the wall. And good job there. The Tiber's coming down. CaptnBuwberry trying to put good damage on Netorare Man. Jarvan going to be able to clean up that kill. As Painkillar comes into support, Armor going to be in a lot of trouble here. Probably not going to be able to get out. Too much CC coming out from them right now. He advances back through, slowing them, knocking them back, just trying to extend his life a little bit longer. But right now they're steadily losing points, down to 20 points now. And if they can't make something happen with this next engagement, they are going to lose this game.
They had a very, very solid opener, and throughout the early part of the game, Feel the Vibe was doing a very good job, but now this bottom point getting neutral again. A less than half hit point, HaIfhearted down here in the bottom, taking that tower back. And I don't think Zed's in a position to neutral that before the clock ticks down.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be the end of the game right here. Zed trying to tee off with Panzerzs, showing how much damage he really does. Oh. Taking Panzerzs out right there, right before they lose the game. And Netorare Man dropping with Pantheon.
You're not
He
Sauron.
still
What
had
are you
it
doing?
up. He still had it up.
Netorare man's very aerodynamic. He doesn't have any drag from like pants or anything like that. You know, it's pretty good.